We lived just outside Tokyo for almost 4 years while Jonas was working with the U.S. Army Japan Band. And through some relationships in the music world, we got to know a couple of amazing musicians. They started an organization called Community Arts Tokyo.
We just jumped on that train. We tried to get involved in everything they were doing.
Arts Bible studies, performance parties, music festivals, worship conferences.
All kinds of things geared toward connecting the arts and the church and kind of mixing those two spaces in a gospel-oriented way.
And we began to partner with songwriters in the local church. So the first year we recorded 1 worship song, and the next year 2 more, and then this past spring we recorded 7 songs that are new to the Japanese church. While we were working on these projects, Jonas was really thinking about the concept of reverse engineering his life.
Thinking through what I want my last 10 years of life to look like, and the 10 years before that on down to today. And just as I was kind of finishing that, I had a conversation with one of these missionaries, and suddenly everything just clicked, that the desires I have for my life and our particular skill set and just lined up perfectly with the needs of the Japanese church to enable and develop these artists, and the need of the Japanese people to receive the gospel in a culturally redemptive way. And so I went home that night and I told my wife that I was feeling called to leave my steady paycheck Army music job and go into missions in Tokyo, and she was instantly in agreement. What was I saying?
That I was instantly in agreement.
Oh, she was instantly in agreement.
So we've been approved by the missions organization Mission to the World to go into full-time missions, and now we're looking for partners to walk with us financially and spiritually as we go forward.
We ask that you would pray for the Japanese people. Pray that more workers would be equipped and sent to that field.
That their hearts and minds would be open to the gospel, and pray for our family that we would be well equipped for ministry, that we'd be able to raise the financial support we need, and that we will transition well when we go back to Japan.
Because of the high cost of sending missionaries to Japan, there are actually a lot of missions organizations that have pulled out or backed off their work in Japan. And so on the one hand, we believe in a God who is infinitely gracious and who is loving even when it's costly, even when it's undeserved. That's the very heart of the gospel. Tokyo is a cultural center of Japan. It is the world's largest city with a population of around 36 million people. And so yes, it's quite expensive to send missionaries to Tokyo, but the cost is much greater if we do not. I think there is a particular responsibility on Christians from the wealthiest nations in the world to spread the gospel in the most expensive places in the world, because no one else can afford to do it. So in our view, it's a wise kingdom investment, both in terms of Tokyo's strategic geography and in terms of that economic imperative. And we wouldn't be devoting our lives and our own resources to this endeavor otherwise. So we hope you'll join with us in prayer, and we ask you to consider financial support. You can learn more at www.davisonfamily.tokyo.
davisonfamily.tokyo.